It's almost impossible to release a film that doesn't include a single flawed stunt, unexpected mistake, or even a minor plot hole that most fans will overlook. When the budgets get bigger and the action sequences and running times grow along with them, the errors that can slip through are often hard to believe. And for the die-hard fans, the best bloopers can make a film worth watching all by themselves. Here are Screen Rant's 10 biggest blockbuster movie mistakes you didn't see.
This is Brazil!
Fast 5. How do you rob the richest man in Brazil when his money is scattered throughout Rio? Easy. Get him to store it all in one place. That's the plan for the crew of Fast 5, aiming to steal a massive safe once the movie's villain has done their work for them. It's easier said than done, since the vault can only be unlocked by the villain's palm print. Giselle uses old-fashioned sex appeal to work around the lock, stealing his fingerprints from her own swimsuit. Once fans are done wondering why the villain needed to see his money gathered if only he could open the vault, they'll notice it's his right hand that unlocks it, and they only got the prints from his left. The Avengers. When Earth's mightiest heroes finally decide to join forces to take down Loki, Captain America asks Black Widow if she can pilot the team into action in a S.H.I.E.L.D. Quinjet.
Fly one of those jets? I can.
Hawkeye confirms that he can and is invited along for the ride.
You got a suit?
But it doesn't make any sense for Cap to ask Widow in the first place. Not only is she one of Nick Fury's top operatives, but Cap personally flew on a Quinjet she was piloting earlier in the film, in 2 different scenes. Maybe his years frozen solid had an effect on his memory. The Return of the King. In the final chapter of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, Aragorn realizes that in order to defeat Sauron's forces, he'll need some backup from the Army of the Dead, a group of soldiers doomed to haunt a nearby mountain after they betrayed Aragorn's ancestors. They're definitely powerful, since even speaking their name causes a massive gust of wind to go through the ranger's tent. More powerful than the filmmakers expected, since a suit of armor is clearly knocked over by the wind, falling in total silence in hopes that viewers won't catch it. Good luck unseeing that mistake. The Dark Knight. When blockbuster action gets heated, the person holding the camera not only has to capture it the best way possible, but make sure they don't end up in the finished cut. In The Dark Knight, an interrogation room covered in mirrors turned out to be too much of a challenge. When Batman takes a hands-on approach with Joker, the camera and its operator can all be seen reflected for a split second beside the 2 actors, an error that somehow made it through editing. Transformers: Age of Extinction. Fans of Michael Bay's movies know that when action sequences shoot for the sky, some mistakes or confusing sequences are par for the course. In the cinematic Hong Kong Battle of Age of Extinction, star Mark Wahlberg and his daughter flee across rooftops under heavy fire from nearby Decepticons. Explosions are everywhere, but one long shot reveals it's not quite as dangerous as it seems. The director loves a good explosion, and obviously hoped fans would be distracted enough to miss the cameraman, special effects, and production team members in plain sight scattered across the rooftop. Jurassic Park. Steven Spielberg's dinosaur thriller begins with a bang, showing how deadly the park's velociraptors can be. When one is simply being moved to her new habitat, she single-handedly manages to kill a park worker from inside her own cage. When the gatekeeper tumbles from on top of the cage, audiences were probably too terrified to catch the hands that tried to break his fall towards the camera. The next shot confirms it wasn't one of his co-workers, but a member of the movie crew whose hands made an unexpected cameo. Star Trek. It's hard to forget the space dive sequence from the 2009 Star Trek reboot, but those who were paying close attention to the movie were probably confused by the ship's version of events. When Kirk, Sulu, and Engineer Olsen are speeding towards the planet, Kirk is obviously leading the charge, with Sulu close behind. When the camera immediately cuts to the bridge, not only are they out of order, but Chekhov claims they're at a height of 20,000 meters.
The atmosphere, sir. 20,000 meters.
Despite the screen showing a height of 102,000 meters. The images and audio have been lifted from later in the sequence and spliced in ahead of time where it's better to ignore them. Independence Day. Some science fiction fans may take issue with the story of alien invaders, but there's one incredible error in the finished movie that has nothing to do with computers or alien tech. When Jeff Goldblum's character has given up all hope, he turns to alcohol and storms his way through Area 51's hangar bay. His father eventually calms him down, but not before Goldblum kicks over a garbage can clearly marked by the film's art department. The piece of set dressing drew more attention than it ever should have. Either that, or Area 51 is employing its own team of artists. Avatar. James Cameron relied on green screen and CGI wizardry to make most of his 3D epic, so it's no surprise that one of the most glaring mistakes is set right here on Earth. Jake Sully is only given the chance to pilot an alien avatar because it was grown for his brilliant twin brother Tom, who was killed in a robbery. Actor Sam Worthington plays both brothers, but when Tom's corpse is recovered, it's clearly a different actor on the second shot that was used. We can only assume Worthington's face was going to be added in post-production, but considering the other effects in the film, it's easy to see how this one slipped through the cracks. Thor: The Dark World. Jane Porter may not be as powerful as the average Asgardian, but when she absorbed the ether in Thor 2, she became much more than just a brilliant human scientist. But when the cosmic power was shown entering her body, her wardrobe was a far cry from the street clothes she was wearing before and after. She would only wear the Asgardian metal and robes once she made the trip to Thor's home world much later. So unless the ether can give glimpses of the future for no reason whatsoever, it appears the footage was taken from later in the movie, with the hope that fans would be too distracted by the flowing red energy to notice the inconsistency. We hope you liked our video. If you're looking for a good laugh, make sure to check out our friends at Ownage Pranks to watch an epic prank call about one of these movie mistakes in a video entitled Crazy Walmart Movie Return Prank. We can't believe what they were able to pull off, but it's one of the most hilarious things we've ever heard. Thanks again for watching. Did we miss any of your favorite movie mistakes or errors? Let us know in our comment section below. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out these other videos, especially the one from our friends at Ownage Pranks for a guaranteed laugh.